concerning me, peeps, what's up? It's me, John D. Villarreal, the MMA expert and the four-time national champion. You know what's up, and I've got all the cool MMA videos, and everybody knows it. And we've got Paul at Villarreal over there. And again, if you want to see my post of what I'm saying on the forum boards, you go to mixedmartialarts.com. That's where I drop my knowledge, along with a lot of other great people. And what I've seen is a lot of pros posting there too. Now, here's the big deal. We just saw this weigh-in live in Toronto for UFC 129. It's Shields versus Saint-Pierre. George St-Pierre, GSP, is defending his World Welterweight UFC Championship against Jake Shields. Jake Shields has been undefeated for 6+ odd years, whatever it is. I think it's a 15-fight streak. I don't know. It's a lot. And let me just say, we're not alleging any facts, casting any aspersions. All our personal opinion only, all for entertainment, parody purposes. Check disclaimers, because I'm about to go off right here, right now. I was already geeked up about this fight, and we're going to break down the weigh-ins like we always do. But I want to bring PFE in here right quick, because this thing went from like an 8 to a 10. The intensity, the firepower, everything, that stare down switched it all around. And we're going to break down the whole situation. But in that stare down, I saw fear on the face of GSP. And GSP, right now, in my personal opinion, is representing all of Canada. And the Canadian fans there at Toronto, the GSP fans were booing Shields, and they were like, GSP, that's fine. That's your guy, I got it. We're in Canada, everything. But Jake Shields was ready. He waved to the fans. He was soaking in the booze, you know. But when he squared up, right there with GSP, he was boom. He was leaning right into it. Had his fist right there. And GSP, he kind of backed off a little bit. It was almost imperceptible. He just wanted to get a little bit of distance because Shields is taller, and Shields was all cool and all nice and professional, but he was mean. And you can see that he's there for a war, and he told Rogan it's going to be a war. Paul, break into this right now. Tell me your vibe on that weigh-in, and did you see what I saw? And then we'll get into the actual weigh-ins, and I'm breaking that down. What's up with this situation, GSP versus Shields?
The thing that I saw, John and viewers, is that Jake Shields is ready. Jake Shields is prepared. He's mentally focused. He's totally loving the role of the villain, and he told Joe Rogan right there, people can boo me all they want, I'm bringing home the belt. He's a guy who has embraced being the villain in this setup in Canada, and he's ready to win. And I don't know if GSP was afraid or whatever in the stare down, but I certainly know that he sees that this is for real, and Jake Shields is coming for the belt. This
is for real, and Jake Shields coming for the belt, and I just got my USA hat. Because you know what? I'm going to put another spin on this if it already wasn't there. And that's USA versus Canada. And that's what we're going to do right now. Because Jake Shields is ready, and we know all that. We got all kinds of different people that, fine, and we're going to get into that. But in the the top thing, it's USA versus Canada. If these GSP fans want to be all about GSP and the whole Canadian thing, and that's fine. Look, they support MMA, and I like that. You got 55,000 strong that's going to be there in Toronto. I believe it's at the Rogers Centre, and that's a huge crowd. Props on that. But this has come down right now to a matter of mano a mano, champion versus champion, country versus country, pride versus pride. It's all on the line tomorrow at UFC 129. And Jake Shields went out there in no confusing fashion and showed GSP right to his face that this is a fight and it's on. All the hype, all the media, that kind of stuff for them, that's over. It's one-on-one. And all the Canadian fans out there and all the little commentators can't save you, GSP. When that bell rings and the cage closes, you got to deal with someone that hasn't lost in a long time. And I'll deal with that later along with our predictions later. But we're just talking right now about this weigh-in. And this weigh-in, I wasn't sure. Because I saw Jake in there at first, and he was kind of stripped down. And he looked like he was a little bit nervous about that weigh-in. He's a taller guy, and he looked like he, you know, had lost a good bit of of size, lean out, but he had to make weight. But he looked fit and ready to go 10 rounds. Okay? I mean, he looked like he got his weight down. He wasn't going to let what happened to him happen before. So I actually really liked the way he looked for this weigh-in. Now, we're going to see him rehydrate and all that kind of stuff. I want to see what he looks like tomorrow. But, so I was a little bit concerned, because I was concerned that GSP was going to use his athleticism and muscle him and everything like that, and want to see what happens tomorrow. But when I saw GSP also looking, you know, trimmer, leaner, this and that, whatever, and then I saw them match up, so wait a minute. Shields is taller than him, and Shields actually looks as big or bigger than GSP in a lot of respects. So I saw fear in the face of George St-Pierre. That's what I saw. Because now it's just this is a war. The scrap pack and Gracie Fighter and all that is in the building now. And you have to deal with that. We got American fighters going up against Canadian fighters in this main event. Now, let's talk about the other situation before we wrap this up. Let's talk about Lyoto the Dragon Machida versus Randy Couture. Both look good, both look fit. They were there going. The bottom line is Randy's tough and he's a warrior and he looked good, but the Dragon is taller, he's younger, he looked a little bit better. Randy's a little bit older, and this is the last fight. I know Brady's going to bring it, but I think, you know, the weigh-in didn't change my mind. I think this is the Dragon. Then we saw Aldo, I think, versus, was it Hominick or Bosick?
I think it's Mohammed.
I think it's Hominick. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. Apologies if I do. Look, this is for another title. They both look good. They both weighed in. The Canadian looks fantastic. Aldo looks good. But you know what? It doesn't even matter what Aldo looks like. That dude is off the chain, dude. He's got wicked strikes. I look for him to retain. So the weigh-ins didn't change my mind 1 minute.
Let me just interject. He is fighting Mark Hominick, yes.
That's what I thought. Okay, Mark Hominick. And I like Hominick. Hominick's a great fighter. No doubt about it. Big time fighter out there. Canada. He's doing.
And let me just say one other thing. It's the first time there's ever been a UFC featherweight championship fight.
Looking as should. Aldo is extremely exciting, dude. I mean, Aldo really brings it to a whole different level. I like Aldo. I'm looking for him to retain. The guy is just ridiculous in terms of like explosiveness, striking power, athleticism, the whole 9 yards. And but you know what? Anything can happen. We're going to see it. And we're going to see it tomorrow. So we'll see what's up. We'll see if somehow going to Canada freezes Aldo and his skills. I don't think that's going to happen. Now, the real story here is this fight here. I think that Jake Shields is already starting to win the mental war. I like what I saw right here. What did you guys think? And what do you think of what I'm saying and what PFB's saying? This just takes it to another level. It goes down tomorrow on pay-per-view, UFC 129. I'm loving what Shields is doing here. He's bringing the fight, and this has to shift the balance of predictions right now a little bit more for Shields. No question about it. In my opinion, I'm going to lay down the final prediction later tonight or right before or tomorrow early before the fight, whatever like that. We're going to have that for you later, but I want to study and evaluate everything because you know and break out the charts. You know I'm the MMA expert, and this is a tough one. I'm going to have to lay it down the right way, and that's how we're going to do it. But for now, I'm saying this weigh-in is in. I like it. In my opinion, Jake Shields, quote-unquote, won the weigh-in. He looks good. I think he's ready to go, and now he's bringing the war, and GSP, in my personal opinion, might be worried about that now. What do you think? What did you see there? What do you think about what we're saying here? Comments below, subscribe above. I'm John D. Villarreal. That is Paul. We're Conservative New Media, and we will see you next time.